Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today's video, if you've not already read the title, it's what to invest in PR edition. I really wanted to get PR and entrepreneurship a little bit more integrated into my content besides just like the vlogs that I do. I feel like I'm telling you what I'm doing, you're seeing what I'm doing, but you're not getting like the inside look into what it actually takes. But you know what I mean. So I received a comment about 3 months ago on a video from earlier this year where I really talked about my journey from interning in PR to owning an agency. A girl who commented asked me how I manage my costs as a boutique agency owner. For context, if you don't know already, if you're new to the channel, I have my own agency as her PR. We are a boutique agency. It's just me. We work with minority-owned and female-founded businesses. We do everything from PR to digital marketing, influencers, the whole jazz, okay? So I wanted to come on here, be very transparent, and let you guys know the 5 major things that I invested in that have just changed the course of running the agency / freelance career that I have. Obviously, I've had a bunch of other expenses, but these are like the 5 things where if you're like, should I invest in this? I don't know, or do I need this, or what the hell do I even need? This is for you. These are the top 5 things that I invested in over the past 2 years, if not since the very beginning of starting freelancing, that to this day I still use, I still swear by, and is worth every single penny. Okay? Let's get into it. Investment number 1, bonsai. This is the first thing that I ever swiped my credit card, or I guess put my credit card number in for when starting freelancing. I first heard about this from a YouTuber that I'd been watching for a few years who had a corporate job, decided to quit her job, freelance, and do content creation on the side, and she just raved about it. And I was like, you know what, this seems like it makes sense. This platform is where the day-to-day admin stuff lives and breathes. So I still track all of my invoices. For a period of time when I was working with agencies and did hourly work, I tracked my time there. I tracked my expenses. I can track just like project details and just general admin. If you really want to, you can use the contract templates that they have in there. They have tons and tons. They're fully customizable, but they also just give you like that standard, like if you're doing social media management, if you're doing PR, if you're a photographer, they have it for anyone who's just kind of doing their own thing. And you can also just start from scratch too. So great. I used it for a good, I want to say like year. I think I used it for just about a year before I like actually got contracts. We'll get into that later. You can just really get into the nitty-gritty of tracking all of your admin work, and it is super affordable. It is just $19 a month. It is truly number 1 on my list of recommendations for freelancers, not just PR freelancers, literally anyone. I'll leave a link down below to Bonsai so you can check it out, see for yourself, but I 100% recommend it. Okay, investment number 2 is actually very specific to the PR girlies, which this video is for, but Muck Rack. If you work in PR, you probably already know what Muck Rack is, have had some experience using it. If you're thinking of leaving your agency, you're dreading the fact that Muck Rack is so expensive. If you don't know what Muck Rack is, it is a media database. It is essentially where you can find literally any editor, journalist, news host, producer, blogger, podcast host, literally anyone who works in any form of media. You can find their contact information, you can create media lists, you can export it, you can create reports, you can even pitch right through there. It is one of the best things ever. Muck Rack is superior to all Cision. Don't even mention that around me. When I first started out, I knew that Muck Rack was going to be a crazy investment, and I was like, you know what? I don't even know if this freelance thing is gonna stick. Like, it's not worth investing like thousands of dollars in a platform that who even knows if I'm going to use again. So I tried to go without Muck Rack. I lasted 3 weeks, and I was like, if I even want to even freelance even for one client for 1 month, literally cannot do anything without Muck Rack. So I was able to get in touch with someone and have a really good sales rep there, and I got a really, really good deal on Muck Rack. So I believe my first year I spent like $460 when it's normally like $5,000. And then for my second year, I worked with a different sales rep, and now I'm pay about $1,000 a year. Yes, that is a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, I use Muckrack probably on a daily basis. I just truly don't understand how anyone does anything without Muckrack. It just makes your life so much easier. It saves you time. You don't have to do so much research in like these random ass websites trying to see if, oh, is this gonna be the email for this person? Muckrack is the best. Number 3 is a biggie, GMass. As you know, my fellow PR girlies, we're sending tons and tons and tons of emails to people off of the media that we pull together, and it can take up a lot of time. Now, I know this is usually frowned upon when you speak about pitching and PR in general from both journalists as well as PR people, but from my networking experience and my experience as a freelancer and my experience speaking to other freelancers, if you're not working in a big agency, most PR professionals are doing this, and it is mass emailing. GMass is essentially like mail merge. You plug in the little details that you want to make your pitch a little specific, and in a click of a button, you can send an email to 300 people. It's a Google plugin. It connects directly to your media list, automatically populates in your Gmail account if you use Gmail. This one is only around $19, $20 a month, and it's worth every penny. It saves me hours upon hours of time by being able to draft my pitch, plug it in, customize it the way I want that makes it applicable for everyone on the list, and hit send. You can schedule in advance as well. You can schedule follow-ups. It just makes your life so much easier. When you think about it, when you're at a big agency, there is a team of people that are breaking down these media lists probably, and you probably don't have a lot of things on your plate. You know, when I worked at my job, there was 4 of us on a team. My tasks were like 6 things a day. Like, I had the time to pitch 80 people in one day. I'm trying to build all aspects of the business while getting more leads, getting results for the clients, and it just takes up a lot of time. This has given me the opportunity to actually have a work-life balance because it saves me so much time. I can plan ahead. I 100% recommend it. I know most people frown upon it, but every single freelancer that I've ever spoken to uses this, if not something like this. So, investment number 4, this one was a one-time investment, but can lead to multiple other investments, but contracts. Like I mentioned earlier when I was speaking about Bonsai, they have template contracts that I used for honestly about a year, if I remember correctly. They were pretty great. Honestly, I had no idea what I was looking into. In my head, I'm like, I can't hire a lawyer for this. I don't know if this is gonna last. Obviously, it has lasted, but I was just like, also, where do you even find a lawyer? I don't know. I used Bonsai's contract templates for a while. I customized them. They were great. And then as things progressed, I dealt with 1 or 2 kind of difficult clients where they tried to find loopholes, they tried to get out of paying me, and they just made my life a little bit more difficult than I needed when it didn't need to be that way. So I decided to invest in proper contracts that can be super, super detailed, where a loophole is basically not possible. I worked with Level Up Legal to create one service agreement template for me, and I believe it was either $650 or $850. Again, a little bit of an investment, but it is so worth it, especially after working with those 2 clients that just kind of made my life difficult. It is just one solid contract. It has all of the terms, almost no way to get out of any of those terms, limited loopholes, and it has just solidly backed me up when I've had, post having those contracts, 2 clients that have also kind of given me a difficult time of like, well, we didn't see this, and I'm like, well, our contract specifically states this, and then they don't really have a leg to stand on. So I don't get screwed over. I'm not taken advantage of, especially being young in this industry. People try to do that and they don't think I know what I'm doing. Sure, half the time I don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing with my contracts and I know what I'm doing with PR. I had the best time working with Level Up Legal. I highly recommend them. They just give you a questionnaire about the specifics of your business, what you want included, what you want to make sure is like solidly backed. And I worked with 2 people there, one for my LLC and I think a different person for my contracts. I can't recall, but I was in contact with 2 people. The sweetest people ever, so responsive, so quick, so great. And they just really know their stuff on the small business side. From LLCs to contracts to literally like the terms and conditions on your website, they handle just about everything. So I 10 out of 10 recommend them. I'll leave their Instagram and their website down below, so if you're looking for anything like that, you can check them out. Last on my list of investments, Canva. Although it may not seem on brand for a PR girly to use Canva, their paid subscription offers incredible templates for anyone who is starting their business and needs any like businessy materials. That is the absolute worst business jargon I've ever used, but I use their templates for business proposals, PR strategies, onboarding presentations, literally any business doc ever. When I had interns or like part-time people, I sent them templates for invoices. Like they just have everything and it's already designed. And for someone who loves something cute but cannot start from scratch, I just plug in my own branding into whatever template I think is cute, and then it looks like it was well thought out, you know? And it was, just not by me. It's literally like $12.99 a month. I think it's so worth it. I will say they do have the unpaid part, which not bad at all either. I just like the really cute stuff, and all the cute stuff seems to be the paid stuff. So it happens, but it's also great for social media pages. So it took me a very, very, very long time to get the As Her PR social media page in the place that it is right now. And I do have Canva to thank for that. If you were to look at my history of projects that I worked on, you would see many, many, many failed projects to get my social media in order. But I finally found my place. I've created templates for press hits, for podcast hits, for events, for all of the stories, and even just like newsworthy things that I put in like the feed of As Her PR. It just makes it all look really cute and cohesive. My deepest apologies to every single intern and part-time person that I've had tried to help me on this social media page, because I know I was the biggest pain. I appreciate you for putting up with me. So yeah, Canva, it's the best. You can do anything with it. And even now, my mom literally uses it. My brother uses it. It's great. Love it. And I use it to make my YouTube thumbnails too. Canva's great. You can use it for everything. There you have it. Those are the top 5 things that I recommend to any PR girly who is a freelancer or thinking of breaking out into the freelance world or starting their own agency. Each investment has made running my business so much smoother, easier, a lot less brain power, and overall has just saved me boatloads of time. So now, like I said, I have so much better work-life balance. I actually take time for myself. I'm not drowning in work. It's not like I'm working 50 million hours a week to get shit done. I'm working probably 50 hours a week, a little bit more than average, but I'm a one-woman show. What do you expect? Anything that I mentioned or recommended, I will leave links to down below so you can check it out. You can give it a try. Let me know how you like it. If you have any other questions about what to invest in, any questions about being a freelancer or a boutique agency owner, or just being in the PR industry, please drop them in the comments down below. If there's enough, or if there's something like a big topic, I'm more than happy to make a whole dedicated video about it. I really want to get PR and just like running agency more embedded into my content. The whole reason that I thought of doing this is when I started freelancing, I turned to YouTube. I wanted to see what like a day in the life of a publicist looked like what is actually on their to-do list. Didn't know. So I want to kind of give more visibility to what goes on in the life of a publicist. It changes every day, but it's good to know those things of if you're breaking out into it and you think you know it, now you actually can have some resources. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.